Good morning, everyone. This is Kelland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A 57-year-old Brookings man has been found guilty of voter fraud by a jury. Court documents show that during the 2022 election, Daniel Schoenhoven attempted to vote more than once. Investigators say he voted absentee and then attempted to vote again in person.
Schoenhoven claimed that he'd forgotten he had already voted. Brookings County State's Attorney Dan Nelson says Schoenhoven was advised 3 separate times that he had already voted and that his continued insistence on voting again contributed to the decision to prosecute him. He will be sentenced on May 16th.
Authorities in Pierre are investigating the death of a child. A captain with Pierre Police confirmed the investigation yesterday. He said it started on April 17th.
Officers were called to the 200 block of South Tyler Avenue around 4:30 that afternoon. The captain says that due to the ongoing investigation, details about what happened are limited. Investigators in Sioux Falls are looking into what sparked a fire northwest of Harmon Park. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue says crews were called to the 500 block of Harmony Street just after 2:30 Monday afternoon. Firefighters arriving on scene found smoke and flames coming from a garage.
Officials say the fire did partially extend into the home. You can see the garage destroyed and 2 vehicles damaged. Everyone inside the home was able to escape safely. Meanwhile, investigators in Vermilion are looking into what sparked a dryer fire on the USD campus. Authorities say it happened at an apartment building on University Street just before 4 o'clock Monday afternoon.
Crews arriving on scene found smoke coming from the laundry room. All residents were evacuated from the building. No one was hurt. Firefighters were on scene for around 2 hours. And 2 people were taken to the Clear Lake Hospital with minor injuries following a crash northwest of Toronto. The Dual County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 9:30 on Sunday night.
Authorities say a car was eastbound when it lost control and went into the ditch. The teenage boy driving was later arrested for DUI, underage drinking, and reckless driving. The Dual County Sheriff's Office is investigating the crash.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Brian Carsons. Good morning, Brian.
All right, good morning. As we look at our weather picture today, we've got a few showers dotting the landscape here in western and central South Dakota. These have been pretty light, though, so far, and I don't expect it to be widespread rain. But nevertheless, kind of tracking that trend around Pierre and also adjacent to Rapid City today. There may be a few more showers perking up on the radar screens. Temperatures, for the most part, in the 50s this afternoon. Looks like the Sioux Falls area, 55, 56 in Huron, 55 in Pierre, and 50 the temperature in Rapid City. That's at least a peek at the weather. We'll take a closer look at the conditions on your 7 days coming up.
Thank you, Brian. A Sioux Falls woman says capturing the Northern Lights is a dream come true. Jennifer Pearson shot these photos of the light show in Montrose on Sunday night.
This is her second time capturing them. Only this time she did some homework, upgraded her phone, and used a tripod. Pearson says one of the keys to spotting the Northern Lights is patience. Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation is using technology to prepare its fields for soccer season.
The grass at Yankton Trail Park is receiving a fresh coat of paint from the turf tank. Parks and Rec purchased the GPS paint robot last year for $43,000, but says it'll pay for itself in 1 year.
This allows us to free up some of our staff to continue the winter reset and grow and develop some more innovation within the Sioux Falls parks.
They can set the machine to do a field and then go off and do some other tasks and then come back and refill and do another field.
The turf tank is able to paint a field in less than half the time it takes a 5-man crew. The robot will also be used on football fields and eventually baseball and softball. The University of Oklahoma now has 6 national gymnastics championships under its belt, with 2 of them coming back-to-back in 2022 and 23.
Helping lead the team to victory these past 2 years has been South Dakota gymnast Danielle Sievers. The sophomore is still adjusting to last week's championship win.
It's still so surreal. I mean, I've dreamed of becoming a national champion since I was little, so I don't think it's really set in yet, but it's been a really exciting last week or so.
Digital reporter Jasmine Jackson spoke with the gymnast about her journey to Oklahoma and how she's preparing for next season. You can read more with this KELOLAND.com original on our website right now. However, high school gymnastics is unlikely next year after the Sioux Falls School Board tentatively adopted the budget last night, cutting the program.
Supporters of the sport in Sioux Falls and beyond have been speaking out against the plan for weeks, and many of them came out for the public input ahead of the vote.
In school, we're taught to see both sides of a conflict and use communication to resolve conflict. The gymnasts are really confused on why this amazing program needs to be cut. I've heard many reasons, finances, numbers, etc., but the gymnastics community has rallied up and come with so many ways to fix those particular concerns.
We also spoke with Les Coyne, who is the head coach of Lincoln and Washington Gymnastics. Off camera last night, he felt school board members' minds were already made up and that, quote, I probably could have brought Simone Biles in here today, and it probably wouldn't have made a difference.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather picture today, looking at those east winds, a few scattered showers out there from Pierre to Rapid City. This has been kind of showing up here at times this morning, and even the continuation through midday today to watch that. I think Sioux Falls will likely just see a few more clouds in mid-50s. There might be some readings a little closer to the Nebraska border, just a few degrees warmer. Meanwhile, northeast Ketherland, a little closer to 50 later today. For the overnight, though, a couple things changing. We're going to see the wind switching around to the south, and while we may have an overnight scattered shower, maybe a little bit more there from Pierre to Aberdeen or Chamberlain, I should say, it's a scattered shower chance. I think tomorrow the big story is the warmer weather coming on the scene. 60s are very common. We may even push a couple of 70s out towards central South Dakota. Even into Thursday, I'm all for the temperature to be pretty mild, a lot of 60-degree weather. As we look at the pattern ahead, you can see our rain definitely a little more organized the next couple of days to our south and west. So we're kind of in this position where we can get a couple of isolated or scattered areas of rain. Even Wednesday afternoon, there's a little trough that goes through central South Dakota, and that may spark a little spring-like shower. Then into Thursday. Now, this is a little more potent system. It's going to come out of the northwest, and once it drags in that cold front, it's going to start raining, and snow in the Black Hills could come back. It's going to be blustery, too. Yeah, and that's why we've slipped the temperature on Friday quite a bit. I think all that works together. Rain certainly could be amounts of at least a quarter inch. I could see some spots even being more than that. As we watch the alignment on radar on Friday, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Otherwise, into the weekend, just colder, blustery, a lot of 50s for highs. For late April, early May, it's below normal. There's kind of a quick look at our rain early projection here. We've got a couple of swaths, one in the Black Hills, another one that looks a little bit better in the northeastern part of South Dakota. We'll continue to monitor those trends from the Storm Center here. All right, highs today, 57 Mitchell, 57 degrees in Yankton, and near 60, close to that level in Winter as well. Your 7-day forecast, so we get a little bump up the next 2 days. 3 days, if you will, and then it's downhill again. We're probably going to be stuck with the temperatures in the low 50s at best into the start of the weekend, and not really going to see a big change there. We've got to kind of work through this next air mass of colder weather and some wind with it, too. It looks like on Saturday it'll be plenty blustery, and there'll probably be more north winds on Sunday. As a result, 50s for highs. Aberdeen, at this point, we have 54 going on Saturday, 54 Sunday, but the pattern still is worth watching to see if we have to cut any of those temperatures farther or further, that is. And then for Pierre and Rapid City, we're looking at a big drop on temperatures Friday with the rain, and that easily could be snow in the Black Hills Friday morning. That's a story that we're starting to touch on, and there'll be an expansion of that subject, unfortunately, probably in the next couple of days. Find out more details online at KEVOLAND.com.